Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the Sullivan family. So it's Wednesday morning. It's an early start, wasn't it? We're over at Regmore for Erin's operation today. So we left about 6:30, but the traffic's a nightmare. I didn't expect it to be as bad as it was. It was flowing, but it's just so much traffic on the road. So we're running a little bit, not behind, we're not late yet, but we've only got like 10 minutes to get in and find where we need to go. So I'm going to be quick at this bit. Luckily we've got a parking space. There's still lots of parking spaces, but it's filling up fast. But they do actually have parking attendants now, which they never used to have when we used to come here before. It was kind of a bit of a free-for-all, whether it's just because it's first thing in the morning maybe. But yeah, we've got our space. We're here. We're now going to go and find where we need to go, so we can get everybody settled in. Everyone's feeling a little bit apprehensive. I know I am. And Flo was crying before I left, and I hate leaving everybody, but we're okay, aren't we? Yeah?
I'm gonna see them again on Thursday.
Yeah, we will see them again soon. So we're going to go and get ready and see where we need to go.
Right, come on then. Let's go to school. No Erin's day, eh, Leah?
No.
How are you feeling? All right? Yeah? Are you going to miss Erin at school today? Yeah? She'll be all right, though. What's you got on at school today?
Daddy, Leah and Erin are gonna be 8 next year.
I know.
So we're gonna be.
That's really big, isn't it?
They're gonna be so big, and Leah, you're gonna learn how to do that. Banana.
Morning, guys. How you doing? So I've literally just got back from school. I've just taken Leah and Agnes to school, and Eva walks with us, obviously. Leah was a little bit weird. She wasn't too bad this morning. Obviously it was quite cute because Erin and Leah had made little pictures for each other, telling each other they love each other and all this kind of stuff this morning. So that was really cute. So Leah had hers with her today. But that's them dropped to school. Obviously Zoe's gone off now. I've literally just found out that Erin's gone down. She's gone under now, so she's gone under for the operation. It's like literally prepared. You know, I think the hospital's probably got lots to do today, lots of operations. But it's always a bit of a worry, isn't it? It's always a bit of a worry when your children are going for an operation and have an anaesthetic. The last person to have anaesthetic was Isabel, obviously, because she broke her leg and had to get it all pinned. But it never stops being scary, does it? You know, when your kids go under. But that said, they're all in good hands. Erin's in good hands. Zoe's over there now waiting, bless her. This is probably the worst bit in it. It's waiting to make sure the baby's all right. But no, we're just going to crack on with the day. Make the most of the day off as much as we can. Catch up with a few jobs. I've got the kids to pick up later from school. And then the girls are going dancing later. So it's going to be a busy day. And then hopefully Zoe will get back tomorrow in good time, all being well. So yeah.
Okay, so everything's happened quite quickly this morning. Once we got into the ward, we kind of got there just before 8, because obviously it took us a little bit longer to get here. She was sort of straight into theatre prep and you know, the numbing cream and all that sort of stuff, paperwork, etc. So it's kind of, we've hit the ground running as we've come in. So it's, I'm not sure what time it is. Let me just check. It's 9:25, so she went down about 5-10 minutes ago. It never gets any easier seeing them go under. I've done it with quite a few of them now, and it's horrible. I hate it. She was quite nervous, but I was trying to sort of stay upbeat and everything, but it's just horrible. I hate watching them go under. It's so it's really hard. I think the worst thing is as well is where theatre is here. It's right opposite where the special care baby unit is, so you do the same walk that we did when they were in 𝚲𝚃, walk down the same corridors, walk to the same lift, up in the lift, and it's literally special care is that way and theatre is that way, so you kind of, that brings back all these memories as well, being here in @𝚃𝚃𝙼𝙼. So it's kind of, I'm a bit all over the place with emotions today. I feel really, really anxious for her, and I know that she'll be fine, don't get me wrong. I know it's a routine operation and I know that she'll be okay, but it just doesn't get any easier watching them go under, and yeah, it just brings back a lot of memories, really, of a really, really difficult time when they were really poorly. It just brings back an awful lot of memories and makes you realise everything that she's gone through in the past. But anyway, it's really windy. I'm going to go and get a coffee and go back up to the ward and wait until she gets back, so I'll see you soon. We're back. Are we back? She's kind of came back about an hour ago, so she's feeling a little bit brighter. She was a bit sleepy when you first came back, weren't you? She's feeling a little bit brighter. Throat is a bit sore.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Yeah, but she's had some ice cream, didn't you? She had 2 pots of ice cream.
I have chicken tuna mayo sandwich.
She got a tuna mayo sandwich, but that hurt her throat. And you had a bit of kiwi as well, didn't you?
And I had ice cream, 2 Johnson's ice cream, and 4 urchins.
Yeah. So she's doing okay. She was a bit out of it when she came back, a bit sleepy. But you're feeling a little bit brighter now, aren't you? She's just got a really sore throat. Sore. Hey.
Yeah,
That's what, look, your finger's glowing. Look, put your finger up. It's glowing. Yeah.
when they put the needle in it hurts.
Only a tiny bit. No, you didn't cry. You didn't cry at all. Not at all. Not even when you came round out of your anaesthetic. You didn't cry. Mummy got a ride on the bed though, didn't she?
Did she?
Yeah. You weren't with it, were you? Mummy got a ride on the bed all the way back up from the theatre.
I didn't know that.
Right next to you. It's very weird. I didn't have to walk all the way back up.
I didn't know that.
No, you were still a bit sleepy at the time. You feeling okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Mummy's gonna get some lunch.
Did you crawl in? Ready? Ooh. Ready? Are you not doing it now? Are you not doing it now? Are you not doing your crawling? Ready? Go! Go, go, go! Yeah, that's it! That's it, baby, go on! That's it! You're nearly there, you're nearly there. Go, yay! What a monkey. You were so funny. You were so funny. Oh, she's such a cutie. It's quite nice actually. I've just spent the morning just spent an hour and a half with Florence. It's been quite nice actually this morning. Not saying that what's going on is nice, but you know what I mean. So I've just had an update from Zoe regarding ERIN, and she's just got out of surgery. So yeah, so she's just recovering in bed, bless her. So I've just seen a couple of photos of her, and she looks fine. But they've done her grommets as well. So that's what I had as a kid. So I had tonsils out, adenoids out, and grommets because I was going deaf when I was about 5. Everything's going to plan so far. Everything's going okay. We're okay at home. Spending some quality time with baby Flo, so that's nice. She's so funny crawling, honestly. Put a camera in front of her and she's all over it as well. So yeah, I'll I'll leave it there because I'm going to think about probably the next half an hour doing lunch and getting that done, and then I'll catch up with you again. So I'll see you in a bit.
So it looks like we're going home, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So sitting up. Should we tell everybody what you've had to eat? She had a tuna sandwich, 2 pots of ice cream, kiwi fruit, some Milky Bar buttons,
I had
some apple juice.
what I think.
I've never seen anyone eat so much after an operation.
What?
So they've said we can go home because she's doing really well, which is good, isn't it? It means she can go home. I know it's kind of probably going to be sore, but it'd be nice to go home to our own beds, wouldn't it?
It's like when I swallow stuff.
It's sore.
It's like my gum is coming up.
But it'd be nice to go home.
Look who I found! Look who I found! Hey Flo. So, I've had an update from Zoe. Obviously, Erin's out and Erin's fine. Erin's had ice cream. Erin's had a bit of lunch. She's obviously got a sore throat. But they're doing really, really well. They're doing really well, baby, aren't they? Yeah? Florence FaceTime mummy as well, didn't you? You had a FaceTime with mummy, didn't you? And you said, hello, mummy. Yeah? You miss mummy, don't you? She does miss mummy. So, it's now 10 to 3. It's time to go up to the school and pick up the kiddies from primary school. And then all the others will be piling back home. And the girls have got dance tonight. So, it's all about to kick off here in our house. Yeah, get off. That's my selfie stick. Yeah, it's all about to kick off. So, it's all now's the busy time. So, we're doing fine at home. We're all okay. Happy to hear that Erin's okay. Happy that Zoe's okay as well. I've been speaking to her. So we're all good here. And I'll probably leave it there now, guys.
Okay, so we're on our way home. We're going home, which is brilliant. It's very...
Go to McDonald's.
She wants to go to McDonald's. It's very raining. It's very, very wet. Didn't expect it to be quite as wet, and of course we're parked right at the back of the car park, so we had to do a bit of walking. And obviously I'd packed enough stuff because we were told we were going to be in overnight. Originally we were supposed to be in overnight, and then obviously Erin had her bag, but I didn't want her to carry her bag, so I had all the bags, and we had to kind of carry it all across the car park in the rain. But anyway, we're in the car. Erin's got a blanket. Well, actually it's Toby's blanket, but Toby wanted her to borrow his blanket while she was in hospital. So she's done so well. I really did expect us to be in overnight because when Eva had her tonsils out, she was terrible. Just after she took her ages to come round, and then she wouldn't eat anything, she wouldn't drink anything. Erin's been an absolute star. She's actually munching Milky Bar buttons and drinking apple juice, and I know that she's her throat is hurting and it's feeling really strange. And her hand was hurting where she had a cannula in her hand. So that's a little bit swollen. But she's done so well. She really has done so well. And I know over the next sort of, I think day 4, day 6 are the kind of bad days. And I know that she's going to be sore and probably worse than she is now.
Mommy,
but
that was really neat.
yeah, but she's done amazing. I mean, she has been through so much in her little life, and Leah, but Erin especially, and nothing ever phases her medically wise. Nothing ever phases her. She's had blood transfusions. She's had lumbar punctures as a baby. She's had, so many different things. She's had blood tests, which she doesn't even cry or make a wince when they take blood from her. She's just breezed through everything that she's ever had to have done. She's never made a fuss. she's just got straight on with it. So I shouldn't really have expected anything less. I know she's going to, you know, take a few days recovery, and she actually has had grommets in as well. Before she went down for the operation, the consultant said we're going to try her with grommets again. Okay, good girl. Because it was a little bit, the other consultant wasn't sure whether she wanted to put grommets in or not, and she said they'd leave it to decide on the day whether she had grommets or not. So the consultant today said, even though she's got an audiology appointment for her hearing aids next week, he said we'll try it with grommets. We've got her under, you know, we might as well give it a go while she's under. He said her tubes were really blocked, but I mean, her hearing is not changed. And I said to them when they came round to do their checks, and when they said that she could go home, I said to them, would it have been if it was going to have an effect on her hearing? Okay. If it was going to have an effect on her hearing, would it have been instant? And they said sometimes it can be instant. Sometimes she could instantly hear better with grommets and the adenoids removed, but sometimes it might take a few days. So, I mean, she's had grommets before and they didn't work, but it was worth, you know, like he said, it's worth a shot. She's already got her audiology appointment for her hearing aids. It's worth a shot while she's under to give her grommets as well. Like the last ones that she had, the first one fell out. One of them fell out within a week. The second one just didn't work. So anyway, it was done. So she said her tonsils, she's had adenoids removed, tonsils removed, adenoids removed, and grommets put in, and she's a star. You're doing really well, aren't you? I know it feels a bit funny, doesn't it? Your throat feels a bit funny. And everybody has commented on your hair today, haven't they? Everybody has commented on her hair, and I've had to tell everybody that it wasn't me. It's Olivia. If you're going to see braids like that, it's going to be Olivia, because mine are never that neat. Mummy never does her braids that neat. Everybody's commented on her braids. I knew it would be easier because her hair is long to go down to surgery if her hair was braided, and it would keep it out of her face. Did you eat all them?
Yeah.
She munched the whole bag. So Liv sat and did her hair last night, didn't she, for you? So yeah, we've also, your daddy showed us a card that your school class at school have made for you and your teacher, which is really lovely, isn't it? So she's going to go home and see her card now as well, because they've made her a card while she's been gone, and it's really, really lovely, isn't it? I know she misses Leah really badly, so she wants to go home and see Leah.
I also miss my teacher.
I know you miss your teacher, but she was really worried about leaving Leah. Obviously, you know, leaving everybody. She didn't. It's horrible when you have to stay away. It's horrible. I hate it, and I know I'm with her, but I hate having to be away from everybody. I'm rubbish at being away from everybody. I miss the baby, I miss the children. I'd never be able to go away for like a weekend because I just miss them too much. I worry about everything when I'm not there. Not that they're not capable, of course they're capable. They're more than capable of doing it all on their own. I just don't like not being there. But obviously it was more important for me to be here with ERIN today. But we're both happy that she can go home today, because it saves staying in for the night when she'd probably be more comfortable at home, to be honest. So we're going to go and grab something to eat, aren't we? And then we're going to go home and we're going to have a shower. She can have some more pain medication when we go home. You can have some more Calpol and ibuprofen when we go home.
Did you get medicine from the doctors?
Yeah, I got some medicine at home. She's actually had no pain relief since before she went down for operation, so since about 9 o'clock this morning. So she's been the whole day with no more pain relief, which is amazing. But she needs a bit of a clean up because her ears are a bit messy where they've put grommets in, and her hands are a bit messy. So she's going to have a bit of a shower.
See, that's where all the blood was.
Yeah. So we're going to go home, and we're going to go and see Daddy and everybody. Yeah, yeah. Maybe you'll have a little bit of a sleep on the way home. Yeah, you've done a really good job. Been very brave today. Very, very brave.
When I got the needle in my hand, I didn't cry.
You didn't cry at all. You were amazing.
Yeah, but it was still hurt.
It hurt a little bit, didn't you? But then they gave you the magic medicine, and there you were gone. You were very, very brave.
I don't even...
You don't remember, do you?
I didn't remember that I had an operation.
No, and you came round, and you didn't even cry when you came round. You were brilliant.
Yeah.
High five. Let's go home. We're going home.
They're back.
Well, to be honest,
which is brilliant
we were
news.
supposed to be in overnight. So even this morning when we got booked into the ward, they said, you know, you're here for overnight. Which was, you know, fine. We were fully prepared to be there overnight. Had all our stuff, everything else. And then obviously she was a little bit out of it when she came round from the anaesthetic and everything else, which was to be expected. And then within about half an hour, she started saying she was hungry. I'm hungry. When can I have something to eat? So the nurse said, oh, do you want some ice cream? So she had some ice cream, but the other lady had been around before with the orders for lunch. So I'd ordered her tuna sandwich because she likes tuna sandwiches and some ice cream. So then about half an hour after her ice cream, another ice cream arrived and a tuna sandwich. So within a couple of hours, she'd eaten all of that and kiwi fruit and all this other food as well. So when the consultants came around in the afternoon to see her, they said, you know, to be honest, you could go home. He asked, you know, how far away we are from the hospital. And I said we're about an hour away because the traffic at the moment is a nightmare on that road. It's normally a 45-minute drive.
Especially that time of night.
But it took me an hour and a quarter to get there and an hour and a quarter to get back because the traffic was so bad. Or an hour and a half actually to get back. But then obviously he said, have you got a closer hospital? And I said, we've got Dr. Gray's, which is about 10 minutes up the road. So if there's any case of any emergency or anything else, we have got the hospital right there. So she's got open access to the ward at Regmore, but we can go to, should there be, touch wood, any kind of emergency, we can go to Dr. Gray's as well, obviously. So yeah, we jumped at the chance to come home.
Fantastic.
Really,
brilliant. So that's great. So we've got it all. So it's all done and dusted in one day, which is great for us because that means you're back home and
it's just the amount
there's less stress.
It's not just that, the anxiety of the last week or so since I found out she was having the operation. I mean, she's obviously been waiting for a long time and she's needed to have it done. But the build up to it has been, and it's just been awful for me. I've felt so anxious about her going, and I've been trying not to make her feel anxious about it. So we haven't we've spoken about it, but I hadn't gone into the ins and outs of everything because she's only 7 and she's not going to understand all of it. So I didn't want her to be upset or worried or anything like that. So, you know, we've kind of been like, no, this is what's going to happen. You're going to go to sleep. You won't remember anything. Knowing full well that when she came round, she was going to feel poorly. She hasn't been too bad. I mean, by the time we got home tonight, she was absolutely shattered. She was completely shattered.
Literally just gone bed now.
She was cold.
And it's 7:20.
She was cold. She was hot. She was tired. Her throat is sore. So she's had some more pain relief. She had ibuprofen. She's had Calpol and she's gone to bed. But I mean, I've spent many nights sleeping on hospital. Not on hospital floors, literally. Floors. In a bed next to, you know, with various children over the years. And, you know, it's always fine, but it's not the same as being in your own bed, is it? And, you know, the nurses are great in there, but they are just absolutely run off their feet. They really are. I can't even think that they even get time for a break. I mean, they're amazing, but they are so run off their feet. I really feel for them, but they've always got time. They're always so patient with the kids, and nothing's ever too much trouble to ask. So, you know, you're always made to feel more than welcome, but it's nice to be home. I think it reminded me of, there was this little baby in one of, we used to have a proper children's ward here at Dr. Gray's, going back when the twins were small, and it was a lovely ward, you know, with all your 4-bed rooms, and then you had on the other side, do you remember you had
single rooms,
but a really lovely children's ward here, fully functioning.
Had a road on in the corridor, didn't it? And all that.
It had all been done out, which was paid for by a charity. All been done out. It was a really lovely children's ward we had here, and now we don't. Another story for another day. But so today there was this little baby in one of the in one of the side rooms, single rooms. Obviously Regmore's children's hospital bit, I think they call it the Children's Highland Children's Unit, is obviously a lot bigger, but they've still got your side rooms. You've got your 4 people rooms and then your side rooms. There was this little baby and in this little room, and it just took me back to when, do you remember when Erin and Leah came home?
Yeah, they had to go back into hospital.
So they came home after, so Leah came home after 6 weeks, Erin came home after 10 weeks, and then at 11 weeks old, they both ended up back in Dr. Gray's
because they're ill.
Because they had bronchiolitis and RSV. So I think it was Leah who went in first. I might be wrong, but I think it was Leah because she had really bad problems with her lungs when she was a baby. And then the next day, Erin got admitted, and it just reminded me I had 2 single rooms next to each other, both with the baby in them. And I just remember at night time, because obviously Ben had to go home with the rest of the children, and I when they put the bed out, I was like, well, which one do I sleep in with? You know, do I sleep in with Erin?
It's difficult,
do I sleep in with Leah? You know, and I mean, the nurses were amazing because the baby, they were obviously only still babies. They were only sort of 11 weeks old. So they needed feeding through the night and everything. And the nurses were brilliant because I was in one room feeding one, and the nurses would be feeding the other. So I kind of spent the night going from room to room and swapping over, you know, who was feeding. But they were brilliant because they would feed one and I would feed the other one. But you did feel torn, so it just, there's lots of reminders. And just when I heard that little baby crying today, I just really felt for the parents, because I know what it's like being on the ward with a tiny baby, and or just with any child, but with a tiny baby especially, because this little, you could hear it when it was crying, that it was just that kind of distraught cry, and there's nothing worse. It's just awful. But it did, everything reminded me of, you know, I think it's, for me, it's much more heightened with Erin and Leah. Erin especially, I feel much more anxiety around because of everything they've been through. So everything just reminds me of, it just brings back these little things that you don't
flashbacks.
Even, yeah, it is real flashbacks. And walking through the hospital today, there was just flashbacks everywhere of you know, good memories, bad memories, just all of it. So I'm glad it's done, and I'm glad we're home. And I'm glad I can go to my own bed tonight.
And I've got one more thing to show you.
Oh yeah, this is really, really nice.
I picked them up from school, obviously, and Leah came running out, and her teacher got their class to make her a card.
How lovely is that?
So
honestly,
the whole,
so lovely.
So the whole class. Can you see that?
They've all drawn pictures and given her a little message. Just so sweet. She didn't.
Isn't that
she was
cute?
Absolutely over the moon. Leah couldn't wait to show her. She showed her on FaceTime.
On FaceTime,
earlier,
yeah.
Because they did a FaceTime, because Erin was really worried about missing Leah, and Leah really missed Erin, because you haven't only got the fact that, you know, they miss their siblings. Erin and Leah, obviously being identical twins, they are kind of inseparable, aren't they? And they're really confident, kind of on their own, as long as the other one is there. You know, they'll quite happily play with other friends and things like that, but you take one of them away from it and they really struggle.
It really knocks them, doesn't it?
And you know, Leah, I knew, was on edge all day, and Erin kept saying, do you think Leah's okay? Do you think Leah's okay? So Leah was chuffed to show her that, wasn't she? She showed her that, and Erin's over the moon with it's honestly such a sweet thing for them to do. I did
thank the teacher. I ran up and thanked the teacher.
Really lovely. Just little things like that mean so much. But yeah, I'm glad to be home.
Same. I'm glad you're home. So there we go, guys. That is Erin's video basically today, and it's all been about Erin and her operation, and I really hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you've enjoyed it. It's getting that time of night now, isn't it? Anyway, guys, look.
I've not got a cough from being in hospital all day when that dry kind of air.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Really hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Please hit the bell for notifications. Drop us a like. And don't forget our link tree as well. That's in our video description and on our channel homepage for all of our socials. So anyway, guys, take care. We've got loads more videos to come this weekend. So we'll see you later. Bye.